The vibes that I create is hard to imitate. The only time they got to waste is on exquisite taste. And the life you wanna live, some you shortcuts getting in it. And I know she think she slick with my son, I know he's spending up. No good egos, I'm punished, bitch. If the pop-out breaks the bank, you know what come with it. We did them Porsches and they yams turned up at Tussie's Lane. I might just fly it.
Hey, how
Yeah,
are
what's good?
you?
I'm pretty good. How are yourself?
Pretty good. Thanks for asking. How have you been during this quarantine and this pandemic going on?
I mean, I'm pretty good. I'm taking my precautions. Coming out with the mask. Purelled up, got the gloves up. I come through with the shades from now and then. I'm finessing. I'm doing my thing. How are you
Okay.
doing?
I'm glad you're staying safe. I mean, I'm okay, believe it or not. I'm kind of enjoying the free time to think and be creative.
Copy. Facts.
Yes. Have you been having any problems writing, or do you feel like you're more creative right now during this pandemic?
It's actually an interesting time, and interesting that you say that because of the fact that I was actually writing last night, and it's making me go into like a different bag, of my past events and like looking at actually what's going on, and like even now what you're doing. But as far as like my usual subject matter of talking about new experiences, going out and seeing new things, that's like come to a steady halt because of the fact that you can't experience life right now. So you're just looking at what you've been through and what your journey's been so far, and that's what I'm writing about.
Okay, that sounds pretty accurate. I definitely can relate to that. So, your name, Maui Arn. How
Yeah.
did you come up with that name?
All right, so my squad name is Maui Nation. So that gives me the Maui right there. ARN in high school used to be called Aaron. So it's like I shortened it right there. So it's Maui ARN.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I was like, I gotta figure this out because Maui, I think of like Hawaii or something.
Yeah. We wavy individuals too. So, that's how we come about.
There we go. Okay, that
Yeah.
makes sense. So, don't sleep on me. First of all, I
Facts.
love the name of the project. I think that's very clever and straight to the point.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yes,
That's
you're
fact.
welcome. What were you doing when that title popped into mind?
I felt like that's been the story of my life, my entire life. Like always either being the underdog or being, like not being the one to expect great things from it. I'm a great individual, so it's time that the world stops sleeping on me, and that's what came.
Gotcha, gotcha. Is there any artists you listened to growing up that you were able to maybe get some inspiration from? Like maybe they were slept on as well coming up in the game?
I feel like a legend like Andre 3000, like like he was slept on. Like that was a wavy individual. I mean, and other people who I think was slept on. I mean, I feel like I really can't name like somebody more than him. That's just
Yeah,
yeah,
that's true. Definitely legendary. I'm glad you brought him up for sure.
facts. Whole swag, everything.
Exactly. Slaves is a title, right? That
Yeah,
I was like, wow, I didn't know what to expect on that one, but I like the fact that you did it when it comes to work. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
a lot of people don't realize it. They're just stuck in their mind, like, okay, we go to work, this is what we do. But the fact that you
Facts.
correlated it like that for the money, that's really, really dope. So, how did that come about? Were you ever working a regular 9 to 5?
Oh yeah, definitely. I had mad 9 to 5s, like back to back to back for many years, and it's just like I always used to put my all into what I was doing and not really reaping the rewards of it or seeing it coming like in that sense. So it was like, yo, I always knew that I would do great things and big things with the energy that I put into what I believe in, and it wasn't that. And it's like I felt like I was a slave in my own head because I'm not doing what I need to be doing. I'm just doing what's just to get me by in a sense. So it's like even what's it called like a what's it called, a paycheck to paycheck is like it's like a sense of security. So that
Gotcha.
also locked me in that thinking I'm gonna be good whenever that time happens, and that's not how it really works out. So that's what I put that song together.
Got you. And speaking of that, when did you know this was what you wanted to do? Like the first time you were like, okay, music is it.
I knew the first time when I started having a couple of females like playing my stuff. They was like, nah, this nigga, like this motherfucker, he good, like he nice. And I was like, I bet. So I can make a few songs. I'm kind of good. And then we just and then me and my friends started making like collab tracks and who can have the better verse, and then it just started being fire. People started playing it out their cars, and we went to Austin, did a whole show. People was going crazy in the mansion, and that's when I was like, nah, this I can't just sleep on this. Like I'm playing myself if I don't put in the pressure it take.
That's so dope. I love that. Do you have like a dream venue to perform in?
Um, I would say Madison Square Garden.
Why is that?
Yeah. Because I'm a New Yorker, and it's like that's like the biggest stage in New York. That's the Mecca. So it's like you gotta get your toes in Madison Square on that stage and just go crazy for them real quick.
Okay, I respect that. I respect that.
Facts.
So I was listening to Dom Perignon. So okay, out of all the liquor brands out there, what
Hmm.
stood out?
The way that Dom Perignon bottle flies in the club, like it just looks so nice. With the lights coming on off of it too. And it's like, yo, like we was doing this, so it's like, why not make the song about this bottle that we love to get? So that's what we came to. And, Dom Perignon the rocks. It's saying. As soon as I did it, and my man's made the beat. Shout out D. He made the beat. He slayed it up, and I just laced the rest, and we just killed it.
Yeah, the visuals was fire, by the way. I love how like that little green squiggly line was going through the
Yeah.
Was broke
bottle.
as fuck, made the switch, now I'm higher on the list. Not a lick will get you split. Give me lips, cancel the click. I don't get drunk enough to give you kids. Sound like these bitch niggas on the epics. I'm too legit, so I gotta keep it in motion. Focus, niggas who better me glowing. And I'm not for sparing emotions. Making my waves, don't jump in the ocean.
Hey, appreciate that. Yeah, it was fire. Koski did an ill ass job on that one.
Yes,
Like,
would you say that was like one of your favorite videos to date?
um, yeah, I would say so. I do like feelings attached though. That was a really good one too. But yeah, I like it because it was so creative. Don Perignon. It was so creative.
Yes, and a lot of energy. The vibe was definitely on point. The club scene was like very valid. It was like a rooftop, and I was like, all
Yeah,
right, this is very New Yorkish.
very, very. Got the whole city in the background. That was very cool.
Yes, yes. So I did appreciate that visual. 2020 has been a very, very different type of year. And
Definitely.
since we're talking about music videos, do you have any songs that you want to create another music video for, or do you have one that's already created?
Um, well, there's gonna be like 6 videos for the tape. I just have to do a lot of them, like Ben Chill, Slaves, Pace, Warning, In the Kitchen. They're all gonna get videos. And for the songs that I have out now, I'm not sure yet, but maybe Creep or something. I'm not too sure, to be honest. Like for the songs that's out now, or other than the tape.
That's dope. Okay, well, I'm very excited to know that there's more visuals coming because I'm really interested in seeing what's next.
Definitely.
So your bars, right? You don't hold anything back, which I thought was really cool. Like I was listening to Slaves, and you had said had to get freaky with the devil. So I'm gonna need you to
Yeah.
elaborate, sir. What?
I pretty much it's not. It has nothing to do with the devil. Actually, that line. It's saying that the things that you brought up, like for instance, like a lot of people were taught that credit is bad, but it's not. Credit is actually not bad. It's how you go about it, how you manage yourself, in this and the third. So a lot of things that you may quote unquote think is bad is not as bad as you think. And you have to get out that mindset and actually go and see what it actually is, and that could be your future right there. So that's why I said that line. Like I just went after the things that everybody was saying, like because of the fact that information is not given everyone. It's just that's how I thought about it.
Okay, okay, definitely that makes sense. All right, because I was like, there has to be a
Yeah,
meaning.
it's not that.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think he's Illuminati, so I'm like, let me just ask.
No, definitely not on that type of line. I'm not playing that
Right, right. I was like, I don't.
at
I
all.
think it was like a deeper meaning. I was like, let's figure that out.
Definitely a deep meaning to that one.
So also on No Good Deed, you're first of all that song is really catchy. Like I definitely think that's like a hit record, and that stood out to me.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome. I really like that one. And it was crazy because you was like, I've been paying for the P. I ain't ashamed of it. Got some Johns that hit back. I ain't saving a minute, right? So yes,
Yeah.
what? Come on, I want to know about this one. How did you come up with this? What was the story behind this?
Like for real though, it's like I like setting vibes. I like what's it called? Getting some nice food. Some we gonna get the B&B. We gonna party. We gonna go shopping, and we gonna turn up. And that's pretty much what I like to do. I like to be around those individuals. Sometimes you gotta fly somebody out, and all of that you're paying for. You feel me? If you want it, that's you also you paying. Like it's not like you directly paying them. You feel me? You paying for the whole movie. That's what it is. So that's how I came up with it. So it's like, and also, some other people are also paying for it directly, so it's gonna hit everybody in their own sense. Like, so
Got
yeah,
it. Right. However, it applies to the individual listening. Gotcha.
exactly.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So, Warning is a song title that we've seen, like
Yeah,
Biggie, Nicki had did her thing to Warning, and you had like a different spin on Warning yourself. I thought that
facts.
was interesting because when I saw the title, I was like, I wonder if he was going to like remix that one, but you had your
Yeah.
own original song. So, I was curious, what is the biggest warning you've ever ignored in your life?
The biggest warning I've ever ignored is it got to be something I'll say with a relationship because of the fact that that takes the most time. Like that takes the most time away from you if you're in a bad or weird or twisted situation. So the warnings that you're ignoring are red flags. Whether it's this person's out here being treachy or this person's doing whatever the case may be, is like those are the warnings right there. So it would be something in a relationship. I can't really go into more detail with that because I don't know. But yeah,
No problem. That was perfect. That was perfect. Um,
facts.
so as I listen to the whole project, I hear a lot about a milli, like a reference to a million.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I'm curious, why a million, not a billion? When did this come about where you felt so strong with that?
because of the fact that I feel like if you like that's my goal as of now. Like that's not like a 5 year goal or 10 year goal to get a million. A million is now. So I'm gonna keep saying it now because I want it to manifest for now. And then after I get the million, I'm gonna get the billy. After the billy, the trilly, and that's what's gonna keep it going.
Gotcha, gotcha. So when people hear your music, what is one thing you want them to think and understand and you want to come to mind?
I want them to understand that everybody is going through similar situations as you. You're not the only one that's going through certain situations. You can be the biggest plug and still got a heart. So it's like everybody going through something. That's why I got like a lot of people, like a lot of guys like the song Letter Two. It's a slower song, but that's what it is. Everybody likes to hold in their emotions and deeds of who this person they can be, but at the same time, we're real individuals. So whether you want to get money, you want to say fuck your ex, you want to like you feel me, get a million, whatever you want to do, I got something for you, and then that's why I want people to feel with my music.
That
Facts.
is dope.
Yeah.
Definitely. And I'm glad you brought up a letter too as well because that was really deep. And I feel like it explained that men have emotions as well because I think a lot of times women feel like men can be heartless or they don't care and they can't love and things like that. And I feel like with that song, you clearly said, I don't want to fall in love again. I'm not with it. It's not worth it. I'd rather have the money. So,
Facts.
why was it important for you to write this song and put it out there?
Because that's exactly how I felt at that moment. like like I said, everybody go through relationships or whatever the case may be in situations, and it's like I don't need to put my all into this again right now, especially right now. I'm trying to put my all into something that's gonna be progressive, my future, myself. Realizing I'm a wavy ass person, which I already knew that, but a super wavy ass person. So it's just like it's just I need my energy. I need that. I can't get what I lost back. I need what I got now, right here. I can't put that elsewhere and try to think it's gonna take me like, nah, I'm gonna situate this here first. So that's what that is about.
That's dope. Have you ever gotten any feedback that was like, oh my God, bro, like, how did you know that was how I felt? Or anything like that?
Yeah, yeah. Like by a lot of guys too, females too, but definitely like everyone's just like, yo, I like this song, especially when I say in this section. Like everybody go crazy to that part because they just like they have their situation, whether they like it or not. In our generation, definitely they got their situation.
Yeah. What's the craziest story you've ever witnessed? It doesn't have to be necessarily yours, but like, relationship ones where you were like, wow, that's insane.
I'm not gonna lie to you, not too much things shock me. So it's like, I mean, I don't really know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I really don't know like the craziest story. I just know I think things are regular because you know I can't really answer that one. I'm not my bad.
Oh no, it's fine, it's fine. No, I totally get that though. So you did kind of sing a little bit just now, right?
Yeah.
So how do you describe your music? Because it is like hip hop, but it does have like an R&B feel. It's like a combination. So how, in your words, do you describe your music?
I think my music is genreless. It just goes on whatever beat or whatever vibe, like like I feel at that moment. I could either spit bars or I'm gonna do a lot of melodic like flows and melodies and things like that. It really depends on the type of beat that is presented at that moment and just and how I'm feeling. So I would pretty much say it's I can't really say. I'm like I would say I'm a recording artist before I say like I'm a straight up rapper, I'm a straight up R&B or this and the third. That's just how it
Gotcha.
is.
Well, since you do like multiple things, because I know like rapping takes a certain type of energy out of you versus singing, and so all of it is like a whole different vibe.
But
Which one would you say you have the most fun with, and why?
rapping,
Okay, why is that?
rap. I say rapping because of the fact I can say anything when I'm rapping. I can say anything. I can. It goes more competition because I'm trying to whoever's on the feature. I'm trying to go harder than them, regardless the topic. I'm just trying to beat you on either what I'm saying or the flows. That's literally yeah. I'm just trying to bring like a harder situation to the table, of course. But yeah,
Got you. I mean, you do have one feature, which now this is perfect because I was curious to know why do you only have one? Like Flea Capo, how did that come about?
I got Flea Cop on the building too.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, look at that! Look at that!
I put one feature on it. I really wasn't aiming on a certain amount of features for it. It just how I went to the studio this like collective 3 weeks in I think November. It just happened to be like that. He was there, and like he was like, "Yo," like I was like, "Yo," like this like will sound fire what you want because what people don't know is he's actually in the background of Don Perignon, um, making all the ad libs, and he's also in the background of Picture This, saying facts. So it's like I was
Gotcha.
like, "Yo, just go ahead, give me the verse," and then yeah, that's how, and that's the junkies over you. Yeah, that's how that happened. Yeah,
That's dope.
that's how it went down.
Wow. Okay, I love the fact that he's right there though. That was perfect timing. Was this planned at all or?
Nah, he just pulled up. He just pulled up.
Okay, got that. That's dope though. I definitely was feeling that song. That is, believe it or not, like one of my favorite songs like I've ever heard because,
Appreciate that for
positivity.
a fact.
Yeah, no, you're so welcome because positivity is like a really big thing. I feel like in order for anybody to do anything great in life, your mindset has to be strong. Mentally,
Definitely.
you have to be there. And you said a lot of things like, we see you got some potential, but you act like you hate you. Like that's
Yeah.
one of the deepest lines ever. And I was curious, where do you get your strong mind state from?
Believe it or not, I was actually talking to myself in that song.
Hmm.
That's what it is. Like I'm like this is like my pep talk to me that I release
Wow.
to the world so they can use it for themselves.
Wow, that's deep. Yeah, you said a lot of powerful things. So you motivate yourself sometimes, basically, is what I'm
Yeah,
getting from that.
definitely self motivated. Yeah, not all the time, but that's when I got my team for because when I'm slacking, that's when they come through, and then that's how we work. That's how we operate.
That's so dope. And it is a process. When you're making music, there's so much that goes into it. What actually is your favorite part? Is it writing and like re-editing, or would you say it's performing?
I think it's when I'm executing, when I'm actually recording it on the mic, because I shock myself sometimes because I could write it and I'll sometimes make a reference for it, but when I'm in the studio actually like recording it, like I'll hit a note that I didn't even know I could hit, or some type of like idea will come in my head and I'll just change it up, and then when we're engineering it and everything, perfect. Like it's just perfect. Like yeah, that's the right thing. Like yeah, for a fact.
That's so dope. And I'm glad to see how much you love it. Like you could tell when somebody like really loves what they're doing because it's like your whole face changed, your whole energy changed. That's awesome.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
what would you say is your most meaningful song to date that you've created and why?
My most meaningful song. It would have to be. It would have to be. I would say a letter two. A letter two. Yeah, because it wasn't about bars or nothing. It was literally. It was like a vent more than anything. More than all my music. It was just like just literally me venting straight up. That's why it restarts itself from like the top from the bottom to the top again midway in the song because I want people I want people to understand like do you really hear this, like do you really hear all of this, not just how the melodies and the transitions of the song goes, but the actual words of this shit. 'Cause this is some real shit. and it's just
Right.
that's what it is.
Definitely. Were you scared at all to put your real emotions out there? Because I could tell when I was listening to it, I was like, wow, like he really got hurt, like for real, for real.
Nah, I wasn't actually like I wasn't afraid to because of the fact that I know what I've learned with music. What's it called? You being the most vulnerable will take your music the furthest. So even with that, I needed to get that out. Like I had to get that out too. So it was like therapy in a sense. So I did it, and it sounded how it sounded, and and I'm happy that it came out that good. Because if it didn't, damn, I'll just be listening to it. So
Right, now that's a fact. And I'm glad you're making music that other people can relate to because I think a lot of people are scared, like to even say how
yeah,
they feel. So, let alone to put it out in the world. Like, people are scared to tell one significant other how they feel. So,
facts.
imagine putting it out there to the world. So, that's pretty dope.
Yeah,
So, I really wanted to ask you, right? You talked about millions. You said that that's what you want right now, and later you'll get into billions and stuff like that.
yeah,
But Give Me Millions is your final record.
yeah.
Who exactly are you talking to?
I'm actually talking to. I guess I'm just saying it out into the atmosphere because it could be in what's it called. It could be in the label almost called the label rooms when we're talking about the contract. It could be if you're what's it called what's it called a basketball player and you're talking about your contract. It's for anyone, like literally for anyone. It could be millions of dollars. It could be millions of fans. I just said give me millions. I didn't say give me millions of what.
True.
So it could be for anything. It just give me what I need to make my great things happen, so I can show everyone to make this work. Not even millions.
That's dope. What are the three things that you're looking forward to buying when you get your first million?
Stock, definitely stock, real estate, and a whole lot of drip. For a fact, whole
Okay.
lot of drip. But yeah, but shoot, it's the stock and real estate. You feel me? I'm gonna get the drip money back. So I
That's
ain't tripping
true.
too hard.
That's
Yeah,
true. So why did you make that the final song on the project, Give Me Millions?
because I wanted it to wrap up the project. So whoever heard the project can know that after you heard all my flows, my melodies, the different type of songs that I can do, the versatility, like you would also know that like you should invest into this person because this is what he just did. It's like the credits of the whole team.
That's dope. Okay. So, on the iTunes project, you have about three records that have like the big stars next to it, right?
Yeah.
Did you anticipate that? Do you feel like you knew which songs would be the ones that people were going to go for?
Nope. Not at all. Like not at all. Like I had an idea, but um like even a song on Ben Chill, I didn't think that people was gonna like that as much as people do. Like a lot of people like that song more than a lot of songs that I thought that they would like more. But so I kind of like it when they do that because of the fact that now it shows me I can't fully think in one direction and like when I'm making like songs like oh they're really gonna like this one more than this one. It, you know, it's like a gamble. So that showed me that I like yeah, it just gave me a different perspective pretty much.
That's pretty dope. Okay, so actually, what are the songs that you thought would do the best? Like, even though you were wrong about it, I'm just curious to know which ones you thought.
I thought all of them was gonna have stars next to them. They're all fire.
That's a good
They're all
answer.
great. Yeah,
Definitely,
I can't get
definitely.
more than that.
Okay, so who are three artists you would love to collaborate and why? They don't have to be popping right now.
Three artists. I like to collab with Doug. I would like to collab with A Boogie. I like to collab with Drake. Yeah,
Okay, that's dope. That's dope.
facts.
Okay,
Right there.
any reason why for those three?
I think what's it called? When it comes to anything with Drake, like he could literally adjust and adapt to literally slow, fast paced songs, whatever the case may be. Is Thug brings a more creativity, like a creative, in depth, like way of just how his flows and his melodies and his subject matter to the table. And A Boogie, I mean, that's I got to keep it in New York in a sense,
Okay,
right there.
any reason why for those three?
I think what's it called? When it comes to anything with Drake, like he could literally adjust and adapt to literally slow, fast-paced songs, whatever the case may be. Is Thug brings a more creativity, like a creative, in-depth, like way of just how his flows and his melodies and his subject matter to the table. And a Boogie, I mean, that's I got to keep it in New York in a sense to just like he does the melodic stuff and I do it too, so we could probably make some fire putting our shit together. So that's that's why I picked those three.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. How do you feel about that album too that just dropped with Chris Brown and Young Thug?
I thought that was dope. It was different, definitely different because I never seen Chris Brown with YSL like that. But it was cool though. You feel me? I really like it. Like we play from time to time all the time, like in the car, from time to time all the time. Anyway, played, we played in the car for like a lot. So yeah,
Nah, that's pretty dope. I liked it too. Would you ever do a collab? Like, let's say, as an artist right now, would you ever collab with another artist right now, do half and half, like a whole album?
yeah, definitely, absolutely. I would
Yeah,
definitely like
okay.
to do that. Yeah, I like features a lot.
So you do like features. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I love features.
can we expect more on the next project coming?
Oh yeah, you can't expect more. Actually, look out for it. It's gonna be called Before I Take Off, and it's about to drop sooner than you think. It's pretty much
Hey,
a lot of songs that's like a lot of the classic songs that I've made beforehand, and I might throw it like a few new ones on there too. But it's gonna be out sooner than you think. Called Before I Take Off.
that's
It's gonna have
that.
features on it too, more features.
Okay. Are you looking for like, well, not looking for, because I'm assuming most of this project's already done based off of your response.
Yep.
Can, can we expect like some R&B features and rap features, or are we doing both?
It's rap features for now, but I didn't think about the R&B features. I'm not gonna lie, but shoot, you never know.
Yeah, yeah, because I mean, you have the melodic voice already. So it's like when I
Yeah,
listen to your music, I can hear you like singing. So I'm just imagining like a girl's voice maybe on top with your voice
yeah,
blended in together.
definitely. I gotta definitely look into it, but I can put that together. 'Cause I think I want to hear that too. So
Yeah,
I gotta,
yeah. Like I'm really big into like the Ja Rule days, the Ja Rule and Ashanti, or like with Jennifer Lopez and stuff like that. Like I really wish we could recreate that sound again, you know?
shoot, anything is definitely possible with music. That's one thing I love about it because everybody does everything.
Yeah, that's true. Especially nowadays, I feel like during this pandemic, anything anybody thought of, they can actually come up with now.
Yeah, yeah. Especially with the technology we got, so that's the crazy thing about it. That's why I love it so much. Most
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. Same here, exactly. And is there anything out there that you really want your fans to know, like something that they may not already know about you?
Hmm. I'm not gonna lie, because of the fact that the type of individual I am, I like to say what it is, straight up, on everything. So one thing about my music I will say is keep listening to it because I'm speaking the truth. I'm speaking what's real, and I'm trying to just connect with y'all and show y'all what it is. And that's what I want to tell my fans.
No,
Everybody
that's
else,
really dope.
facts.
Yes, definitely. And I appreciate your time today, definitely. And, you know, you going over the project with me because I'm telling you, Save You is one of those songs that really, really hit me.
Yeah,
Um, and I did have a feeling you were talking to yourself, but I wasn't sure because I'm like, it could go either way.
yeah.
So that's fire. So I'm definitely looking forward to the next project you're getting ready to drop. Um, I would actually about the title, but it's pretty self-explanatory. That's one thing I'm learning about you as an artist. You're pretty much self-explanatory. Like what you say is what you mean, and that's it. Like,
Pretty much, pretty much.
yes, yes. Thank you so much. And can you tell everybody where they can find your music, every platform that you're using right now, and the best way to collab with you? Like, let's say there's an artist right now who listens to the project and says, "Yo, I want to work with you."
You can find me everywhere. Maui Arn, MauiArn on Apple Music, Spotify, on SoundCloud, all social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You can find me there, Maui Arn. If you want to collab or do any features, definitely hit my email up. It's right there in my Instagram. Um, Definitely click the link because it has all my my what's it called, all the links to everything. So it's way easier for you to just do that. But definitely look for the new music. Don't Sleep with Me is out right now. It's definitely heating up the streets. And check me out, Maui Arn.
That's fire. That's fire. And when you say the streets, where exactly are you repping?
I'm at the Long Island, which
Oh,
is Uniondale, Hempstead, and Roosevelt. That's where I was from.
that's fire. That's fire. All right. Shout out to that. Shout out to that. So we'll definitely be looking forward to that.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be heat, and the next one too.
Exactly. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. So it's lit. Maybe we'll see some music videos in Long Island. I don't know.
Oh yeah, we gonna see. I'm gonna put it together though, for a fact.
Yeah, Long Island's pretty. I like Long Island a lot. Those houses and the whole
Appreciate that.
vibe. Nice.
I'm acting like I built it, but yeah, appreciate that.
That's fine. It's where you're from. It makes sense. It makes sense. All right. So stay safe.
For a fact, you too. Y'all appreciate you having me on here, and the whole time and the whole interview was definitely a chill vibe. For a fact.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, so you take care. All right.
All right. You too.
All right.
The vibes when people set you up.